2025 has been a whirlwind. And I want to say, honestly, my pros have outweighed the cons. And that's because my perspective has changed so much in life. I have been able to experience so much this year, do so much this year, and just do things that I've never done. For instance, the first half of this year was me exploring, learning, doing new things. Like, for instance, I went on a solo trip, my very first solo trip. My first solo trip ever. And it was in a whole nother continent. I went to Europe, Iceland, one of my dream destinations. And when I tell you this experience set the tone for year 35, for me, it set the tone. The first half of this year was me just celebrating life, trying new things, doing new things with my friends, really being intentional with what I put my time and energy into. And that's for persons, places, and things. I've been just living my life, and I thoroughly am grateful for the year I've had. Now, I did have some downs this year. The first half of this year was literally a ball, y'all. Like, I did so many fun things with my friends. It was just an amazing year. So many things with my family. We had a family trip, our annual family trip, and just living life to the fullest. But the end of this year, August up until now, I was forced to sit down, and that's because my mental health and my physical health took a toll that I could no longer avoid taking care of. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and I am an entrepreneur. I'm a mom first. I'm a published author. I'm a digital creator, and so much more. I like to bring people along for the journey of the things that I enjoy in life. And I'm sharing the journey of a woman who is in her 30s, basically rediscovering herself, letting go of old habits and creating new ones. I'm still learning. I'm still doing a lot of healing, but with the life that I desire and the life that I see for myself, I know that it will cause me to shed things that no longer serve me. And again, I'm always going to refer to person, places, and things, because those are the things that I truly believe impact your life. So for instance, this year I decided that I needed to have a clean space. And then, if you don't know, I'm a homeowner as well. I've been in my home since 2021, so almost 5 years. And I just decided that, you know what? I'm going to stop jumping from room to room. I'm going to start taking one room at a time and making it the home that I want it to be. So make sure y'all tune in for that, because I am showing projects as I create them. But anyway, this year, like I said, has been really good. And you know what? I'm not going to complain about the bad, because the bad is always going to teach me a lesson. The old me would think that I was a victim to my circumstances, and I'm not. I have to learn that everything isn't happening to me. It's happening to teach me a lesson, and I'm grateful for that lesson every time. Now, back to the first half of 2025 being amazing, and the second half, So I went out on medical leave from work in August due to mental health. And then shortly after, I ended up having to have surgery on my hands for carpal tunnel. I do have other issues as far as my stomach goes, but that is something I've been struggling with for years. And finally, I found a great doctor who has diagnosed me and is currently helping me resolve those issues. Thank God it's nothing that can't be cured, and thank God it's nothing that requires surgery. But yeah, y'all. So anyway, I just decided that for so long, this is the thing about me. If you don't know me, I always put work and everything else before my physical health and my mental health. And this year, my body said, no more. You cannot do this no more to yourself. I am a mom. My daughter only has me. My child's father is not walking this earth. He passed away when my daughter was in my tummy. When I was pregnant, my child's father passed away. So it's always just me and her. And yes, she has her grandparents, but I don't want to leave this earth with my daughter here, and she is left to pick up the pieces of what I didn't do to my physical health. You know what I mean? So I have decided that in order for me to be a great person, a great productive person, to actually operate in this world, I have to take care of me first, because my daughter needs me. She is my motivation, and that is why I'm able to do the things that I love to do, because I am prioritizing myself. Now, don't get me wrong at all. My daughter is my priority as well, but how can I make my daughter priority if I'm not making myself a priority? I have to be in the best health that I can help to be there for her. And I hope if you're a mother, you recognize that as well. My daughter had a major surgery last year. And prior to her having that surgery, she had scoliosis. So it was always physical therapy and countless doctor's appointments. So everything that I was going through, I put on the back burner to make sure she was good. But thank God what I have is nothing that is life-threatening. Because what if it was and I was putting my health to the side, so you can't do that. If your body is telling you something, your body will tell you something is wrong, and you better not ignore it. And my body said no ma'am. And for me this year, what happened was, yes, I was out living life, yes, I was enjoying things that I love to do, but mentally and physically my body was starting to shut down, which led to me being on medical leave pretty much since August, and we're in December. And like I said, the first part of my medical leave was mental health, because mentally I was exhausted. I was having panic attacks. I was breaking out in hives. I was shutting down. I just was not being the person that I was hoping to become. And I was a positive person. I was becoming very negative, and I partially blame it on the environment that I was in. I will say this, that the career that I have for myself, I'm very proud of how far I come. I got a promotion this year, but something tells me that the reason why I was starting to feel unhappy and not satisfied with my current career is because it's not my purpose. And that just says a lot in itself. I know my life is supposed to be so much more than what it is, and I feel like I'm my own worst enemy, no one else. Yes, my job is stressful. Yes, my job is a huge factor in why I may feel the way I do as far as stress goes, but I contribute to my own stress as well. At the end of the day, I am the author of my life. Of course, Jesus Christ himself is the author of my life, but me walking this earth, I do have a purpose, and I feel like I'm not fulfilling that, and I decided that I'm no longer going to be in my own way. So with that being said, not only was the second half of this year interesting to say the least, but it gave me something that I never had before, and that was a break. When I tell you, ever since I was 21, I'm sorry, I'm going to take that back. Ever since I was 15, 16, I have been working. But 21 more so than ever is when I became a mom. So I've always been on go, ready to accomplish the next thing, ready to move on to the next thing. Instead of celebrating myself in the moment, I was ready to up the score, ready to move on to the next thing, ready to do whatever else life was telling me I had to do. I got the degrees, I got the house, but what next? What next? If you have all these things and you don't feel fulfilled, is it really what happiness is about? Yes, I'm happy that I have these things because I work my ass off for them. However, me bringing substance to this world is what I truly desire to do. And yes, the things that I do and have done and have accomplished do provide substance. But I feel like every moment that I accomplish something, I'm not truly sulking in the moment. I'm just moving on to the next thing. So with this time off, I was kind of sad because I'm like, dang, I can't do nothing. I can't move around. I can't drive. But really, I needed that, y'all. I needed that time to sit and be still and not have to worry about a to-do list and not have to worry about accomplishing things and checking things off my goals and bucket list. Like, I needed to sit my tail down, and that was very dangerous in a good way because it showed me what life really is about. Yes, you only have one life to live, so you are supposed to enjoy it to the fullest. However, you have to enjoy the moment. How can I enjoy the moment if I'm so focused on the next one? That's just not possible. And living like that has led me to crash and burn several times. But every time I crashed and burned, I just got back up and focused on the next goal. But what this year taught me is it's okay to take a break. It's okay to enjoy your life, and it's okay to take a break. It's okay to not be okay. It is okay to feel whatever you are feeling. But what this year also taught me is it's not okay to not feel fulfilled. It's not okay to not walk in your purpose. It's not okay to stay in situations that no longer serve you. And that has been my life. I feel like I have been on one of those, those balance beams where I've been trying to balance it all, and I haven't been able to balance it all because I truly haven't felt fulfilled. And I think the feeling of not feeling fulfilled is simply because I am trying to do too much at once. So I don't know if y'all remember in the beginning of this video, my home is not completed because I'm doing too much at one time. Instead of just focusing on one room at a time, we doing all the rooms. No. So it started with my home, and then in my life in general, I've decided that we're going to focus on one thing at a time. What I also learned that all of this comes from the sense of always wanting to have control. I always have to have control over everything. But when I look back on my life, I have always been in control. And when I say that, it's because I've always been the head of my household. I don't have anyone helping me do anything. All decisions that go through my household are made through me. But there's some things in life that I cannot control. I can control my emotions, but I cannot control the emotions of others or what people do. And for so long, y'all, I try to control what others do. My continuous need to control everything, everyone, every place, every whatever has led me to where I am today. And when I say that, y'all, that means that there are some things that happen and I just get emotional about it. But lately, I ain't even gonna hold you. I literally be like, it is what it is. Because you know what? I let go of the control. I can't control it. I can't get emotional about it. We gotta move on with our lives. With this time off, it has shown me that I cannot control some things because I truly had to sit down. I couldn't control my body and my mental health taking a toll. Well, actually, yes, I could have. But since we were at a point where it was not controlled, I had no choice but to sit my butt down. And that forced me to learn that I was my own problem. Now, I'm not perfect, but there are some things I'm still working on within myself. And I can recognize that I do have some qualities about myself that are not good. I recognize that those qualities about myself, that I always have to control everything, that I always have to be busy doing something, is because I've always been conditioned to do that. But with this time down, I realized that that's not what life is about. I don't have to control everything. I don't always have to be busy. Now, I love my life, y'all. So don't take this as me saying I'm depressed or anything. But there was a time where I did feel a little depressed, and I know exactly, and I've pinpointed what has made me depressed because I have been removed from that environment. I'm on medical leave, so you use your context clues with that. And once I removed myself from certain environments, forcefully or not, I realized those environments were contributing to the need to feel that I had to stay busy, the need that I had to control everything because that environment made me feel chaotic. And since I've been at home on medical leave, it has forced me to sit down and realize my life doesn't have to be chaotic. I don't have to make it chaotic. And I think that is the biggest lesson I've learned this year, is that I don't want to live in chaos anymore. I want to be at ease and at peace. And since I have not been at work, I haven't had that feeling of chaos. Since not being in certain environments, I realized that I'm truly not walking in my purpose, and that is why I was feeling the way I felt. And since not being in certain environments, I realized that the chaos that was forming in my life was because of the environment I was in. So now that I've been home, I've been putting my life in perspective, and I know exactly where I want to go, what I want to do. Now it's all about trusting Jesus Christ and letting him show me the way. He's shown me so many signs, and I'm just grateful because for so long I've been trying to do it on my own, and I can't do it on my own. I'm not supposed to do it on my own. He's supposed to be the leading man in my life, and I haven't had him as the leading man in my life, which is why everything may have seemed like it was rewarding at the time. But then again, I didn't feel really rewarded because I was focusing on the next thing. And you want to know why? Because I was not always walking in my purpose. I've always had the foundation. I've always had the blueprint. However, I've tried to do it on my own. And when you try to steer from your path and your purpose, that is when life starts to feel crazy. That is why life starts to feel chaotic. That is why life starts to feel like you can't control everything. And this time off showed me that I'm not supposed to be doing this alone. I'm supposed to be following my path and my purpose. So with that being said, I'm letting go of control. I'm letting go of wanting to always control the narrative and control everything around me. I'm letting go of not putting my mental and physical health first. I'm letting go of chaos and confusion. I'm only surrounding myself with people and things that bring me peace, and I'm only putting myself in those environments as well. And just know that this journey is far from over, y'all, but the path has already been laid out for me to walk it. I just have to do it and stop trying to create my own.